Good day everyone, ako nga pala si Sam Anthony Cubales ng BS Chem 3B. So ngayon, pag-aaralan natin kung ano nga ba yung similarities and differences ng Republic Act No. 9344 or the Juvenile Justice and Welfare Act of 2006 and the Juvenile Delinquency Prevention Act of 1974. So ngayon, pag-usapan muna natin kung ano nga ba yung kahulugan ng dalawang magkaibang batas. Republic Act 9344 or the Juvenile Justice and Welfare Act of 2006 is the Philippine law that established a comprehensive juvenile justice and welfare system. Its primary focus on the rehabilitation, reintegration, and the protection of a children in conflict with the law. The law adopts the principle or restorative justice, emphasizing the rehabilitation of young offender rather than punishment. It also prohibits the detention of children in jail and ensures that children are treated in manner consistent with their rights and well-being. The law aims to create a system where children are held accountable for their action while also receiving the support and guidance they need to reform and reintegrate into society. The Juvenile Justice and Delinquency Prevention Act of 1974 is a landmark legislation that has significantly shaped the juvenile justice system in the United States. This essay examined the Act's key prevention, amendments, impact, and relevance to juvenile delinquency and justice. The background and purpose. Prior to 1974, juvenile justice system varied widely across states, often resulting in consistent treatment and inadequate rehabilitation program. The Juvenile Justice Delinquency Program Act aims to address this issue by establishing a comprehensive framework by juvenile justice, emphasizing prevention, diversion, and rehabilitation. So now, let's talk about the similarities of these two acts. Similarities. Number 1, rehabilitation focus. Both laws prioritize the rehabilitation and reintegration of juvenile offenders rather than punitive measure. They emphasize diversion program, community-based intervention, and education to prevent recidivism. Number 2, protection of rights. Both legislations safeguard the right of children in conflict with the law, ensuring humane treatment and due process. They emphasize removing juveniles from a adult criminal justice system to protect them from exploitation and harm. Number 3, age of criminal responsibilities. Both laws recognize the need to establish an age of criminal responsibilities with mechanism for handling younger offender there differently from adults. Number 4, diversion program. They provide alternative to formal judicial proceeding such as counseling, mentorship program, and restorative justice practice. So now, let's talk about the differences of these two laws. Number 1, age of criminal responsibilities. In Republic Act 9344, set the minimum age of criminal responsibilities at 15 years old. Children below this age are exempt from criminal liabilities and undergo intervention program. JJDPA, each state determined the minimum age of criminal responsibilities, which varies widely, with some states having a explicit minimum age. Number 2, legislative scope. In RA 9344, the nationwide law especially addressing juvenile justice in the Philippines. In JJDPA, a federal framework providing guidelines and founding incentives to state that comply, but individual states have significant autonomy in juvenile justice policies. Number 3, system integration. In RA 9344, mandate the establishment of the Juvenile Justice Welfare Council to oversee the implementation of juvenile justice nationwide. In JJDPA, relies on state-specific juvenile justice system with oversight by the Federal Office of Juvenile Justice and Delinquency Prevention. Number 4, treatment of repeat offenders. In RA 9344, maintain a strong stance on diversion and rehabilitation even for repeat offenders. In JJDPA, allows state flexibility to decide whether repeat offender are handled in the juvenile or adult justice system. Number 5, cultural context. In RA 9344, tailored to the Philippines culture and socio-economic context, consider puberty and family structure as contributing factor. In JJDPA, reflect the diversity of the US legal landscape and address issues like racial disparities and systematic inequities in juvenile justice. That's all. Sana po meron po tayo natutunan sa araw na to. Yun lamang po. Maraming po salamat.